midday almost, and this is precious time. I know Krishna says time is Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, so we have to be very careful how we use time. So thank you for being here and trying to use your time really in a very nice way that will be useful for us spiritually, for us we who we really are. So yesterday was very auspicious day. Does anyone know what it was? Sita Navami. Yes, thank you. So yesterday was appearance day of Mother Sita. So we all probably know Ram Navami, but most of us we forget Sita Navami, or it is not very widely celebrated. So Sita Navami, and I was just thinking on this yesterday or couple of days ago that surprisingly we celebrated Ram Navami exactly a month ago, and after one month from celebrating Ram Navami, we are celebrating Sita Navami. So both Lord Ramchandra and his consort, his beloved consort, Sita, Mother Sita, they appeared 1 month apart and then on the same tithi. And if you noticed about Lord Krishna, when did Lord Krishna appear? On Janmashtami day, Ashtami. And when do we celebrate Radha-Rani's appearance day? Ashtami. So Radha-Rani is also Ashtami, but they are just one fortnight apart, appearance day. So I was just thinking about this coincidence. I don't know any significance on this or anything, but I was just contemplating on this when I was preparing for this. So today we are going to glorify Mother Sita. So to the best of my ability, I will. So today, as I said, we are going to glorify Mother Sita. So instead of regular Bhagavad Gita class, we are going to have glorification of Mother Sita. And yesterday was also appearance day of Janava Devi. So most of you probably may not know who Janava Devi was. So she is consort or wife of Nityananda Prabhu. So we all know Nityananda Prabhu. By his mercy, we get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna's mercy also. Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Lord Balaram himself. So in the end, we'll glorify a little bit of Janava Devi. Unfortunately, there is not enough information about Janava Devi, but we'll glorify Mother Janava Devi also. So let's begin our Sunday class as usual with Rahul Prabhu. Would you mind taking Mridanga, please, today? We don't have Mridanga player. So Mridanga and somebody has Kartal. So we'll begin with bringing the auspiciousness of Vrindavan Dham. So let's sing all together Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय हरे कृष्ण so before we begin actually we are going to read from one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you can open that verse on your mobile phones, if you go to browser and go to the website called vedabase.io, vedabase.io, then select the book called Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the second book in the list probably, Srimad Bhagavatam. Then scroll down and go to Canto 9. And in the Canto 9, go to chapter 10. And then the last verse of the chapter, text number 55. Text 55. So 9, 10, 55, Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So while you are going there, let's offer our prayers to Lord Shri Krishna. So with folded hands, with awe and reverence, please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. Hare Krishna. So we will also offer our Mangalacharan prayers together with folded hands. Most of you probably know. If not, we can just recite along. So let's sing all together. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च. श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय. So is everyone there at the verse? So let's recite the verse. प्रेम्नानुवृत्त्या शीलेन प्रेम्णानुवृत्त्या शीलेन प्रश्रयावनता सती प्रश्रयावनता सती भिया हि ह्रिया च भावज्ञा भिया ह्रिया च भावज्ञा भर्तु सीता हरन् मनः भर्तु सीता हरन् मनः. प्रेम्णानुवृत्त्या शीलेन प्रश्रयावनता सती भिया ह्रिया च भावज्ञा भर्तु सीता हरन् मम. Okay, word for word meaning. Premna anuvrittya means because of service rendered to her husband with love and faith. Shilena, by such good character. Prashraya avanata, always very submissive and ready to satisfy the husband. Sati, chaste. Bhiya, by being afraid. Riya, by shyness. Cha, also. Bhavagnya, understanding the attitude of the husband. Bhartru, of her husband, Lord Ramchandra. Sita, Mother Sita. Aharat simply captivated Manaha, the mind. Translation. Mother Sita was very submissive, faithful, shy, and chaste, always understanding the attitude of her husband. Thus, by her character and her love and service, she completely attracted the mind of the Lord. Let's repeat phrase by phrase actually. Mother Sita was very submissive, faithful, shy, and chaste, always understanding the attitude of her husband. Thus, by her character and her love and service, she completely attracted the mind of the Lord. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. As Lord Ramchandra is the ideal husband, Ekapatni Vrata, Mother Sita is the ideal wife. Such a combination makes family life very happy. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Narsingadev Bhagavan ki, Shri Acharya Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Such a combination makes family life very happy. Yad yad acharati sreshtas tat tad evetero janah. Whatever example a great man sets, common people follow. If the king, the leader, and the Brahmanas, the teachers, would set forth the example we receive from Vedic literature, the entire world would be heaven. Indeed, there would be no longer there would no longer be hellish conditions within the material world. Hare Krishna. So again, yesterday was Sita Navami. So on the auspicious day of Sita Navami, we are glorifying Mother Sita today. So we just read what qualities of Sita had. She was the ideal husband. We generally know Lord Ramchandra as Maryada Purushottam, or he has set an example for all humanity, how to be a good human being, how to be a good son, good husband, good brother, good king. But generally, we forget similar qualities of his beloved consort. And those qualities, some of them are mentioned here, that how to be a faithful wife, how to be a good daughter, how to be a good daughter in law, how to be a good sister in law, how to be a good queen. So, all those qualities are somehow not as much recognized as we recognize that those of Lord Ramchandra. So I'm just going to go and read few verses before where Lord Ramchandra's qualities are given. I'm just going to read the translation. So where Shukdev Goswami is telling this to Maharaj Parikshit. O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the Bharata dynasty, during the reign of Lord Ramchandra, the forests, the rivers, the hills, the mountains, the states, the 7 islands, the 7 seas were favorable in supplying the necessities of life for all living beings. If the king is pious and if he is following all the Vedic principles and protecting his praja or his citizens, then the nature also gives everything to the king and his citizens abundantly. Nature is also favorable. When Lord Ramchandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was the king of this world, all bodily and mental sufferings, disease, old age, bereavement, lamentation, distress, fear, and fatigue were completely absent. There was even no death of those who did not want it. So that's the glory of Lord Ramchandra. When Lord Ramchandra was ruling, there was no, what do you call, unnatural death, or nobody who didn't want to die would die. So, and Lord Ramchandra took a vow to accept only one wife and have no connection with any other woman. He was saintly king, and everything he is in his character was good, untinged by the qualities like anger. He taught good behavior for everyone, especially to householders, in the terms of Varnashrama Dharma. Thus, he taught general public by his personal activities. And the last verse we read today, I'll read that again. Qualities of Mother Sita. Mother Sita was very submissive, faithful, shy, and chaste, always understanding the attitude of her husband. Thus, by her character and by her love and service, she completely attracted the mind of the Lord. So, it is said, Charitam Raghunathasya Shatakoti Pravistaram Ekaikaksharam Pumsam Mahapatakanashanam. That when Lord Ramchandra's Charitra or his life story or his pastimes, they are described in Shatakoti. Shatakoti means there is no limit. It's in unlimited verses. So here, Valmiki Ramayana, anybody knows how many verses are there in Valmiki Ramayana? About 24,000. Yeah. But that same Valmiki Ramayana, when it is recited in the Swargaloka, there are lakhs of verses, and same in the Brahmaloka. It is millions of thousands. And that's what it is said, that Charitam Raghunathasya Shatakoti Pravistaram. And ek aksharam pumsam. And not only whole Ramayana, even if we read or listen to even single syllable from that great charitra or great life story of Lord Ramchandra, Mahapataka Nashanam, it can destroy great sins of humans. So what we are listening today is kind of part of that Ramayana. So just pay attention. All listening, this glorifying Lord Ramchandra and Mother Sita's story is actually gives us benediction so that we can be freed from many great sins. One of the great sins like Brahmahatya or Gohatya also. So just as Lord Ramchandra is known as Maryada Purushottam, Mother Sita is also known for her qualities. And Maharshi Valmiki, we just say that there are many different life stories are written on Lord Ramchandra's life, but Ramayana, which is written by Maharshi Valmiki, is the most popular one, and it is followed. So in the Ramayana itself, he writes about Mother Sita as this Ramayana is also Sitaya Charitam Mahat. It is also the Charitra of Mother Sita, because Lord Ramchandra and Sita are non-different actually. Mother Sita actually eventually says that they are inseparable. They are just like sun and sun rays. So sun and sun rays are inseparable. They are always together. Wherever there is sun, there are always sun rays. So Mother Sita is not separable from Lord Ramchandra. So we are just going to go through some random pastimes from Mother Sita's life. So Mother Sita, whose daughter was Mother Sita? Yeah, Raja Janaka's daughter. But she was actually daughter of Bhumi Devi. So she appeared. What happened is Maharaj Janak was plowing a piece of land for some Vedic ritual, yajna, that he was supposed to perform. And when he was plowing the land, he found one golden casket. And Mother Raja Janak and his wife, does anyone know his wife's name? Sunayana. Thank you, Mataji. We have Ramayana experts here, Prabhuji and Mataji. So Sunayana was Janak's wife. So they did not have a child. And when he saw that baby girl in the golden casket, he was very happy. And when there is a hole that is created by the plow in the land, a line that is marked, it is called, in English, it is called a furrow, or in Sanskrit, it is called Sita. So that's why he named her Sita. And he was very happy to get that daughter. He accepted her. He took her to his wife Sunayana, and eventually they got more daughters. One of them was Urmila, who eventually married to Lakshmana. So he And after getting Mother Sita, receiving Mother Sita as benediction from Bhumi Devi, his glories kind of, he flourished everything, and then he was, all his nature, desires were fulfilled. So Mother Sita, as we said that she's called Sita because she was found in the, uh, when they were from the Bhumi. So she had some more other names. She's also called Janaki because she's daughter of Janak. Because she is also, Janak was also called, that kingdom was called Videha. So he was also called Videha. So she is also called as Vaidehi. Then the kingdom where Janak was ruling was known as Janakpuri, and the kingdom where he was ruling, currently in Nepal now, is also called as Mithila. So Mother Sita was also known as Maithili, based on Mithila. So these are some other names that Mother Sita is also known as. So when Mother Sita was growing, and when she was just mere a child and she was playing around, what happened is, once she was playing and there was a huge bow that is given to Janak, Maharaj Janak, by Parshuram. It is called Shiva Dhanusha or Shiva bow. And it was so heavy that even for cleaning purposes, for moving, thousands of soldiers were needed to just move that bow from one place to, or just to lift it. And what once Maharaj Janak saw, that Mother Sita, a very young child, playing around that, and she just lifted that bow with her left hand and playing as a horse. Ghoda ghoda khelte hain. So she was so astonished to see this, that such a young child, she can lift this bow very easily with her left hand and playing with it. And then he decided that he eventually, when she grows up, he will marry her to somebody who can put a string on this bow or the Shiv Dhanush. There is also different versions of this story in different scriptures. That it was also said that when once Parshuram was visiting Maharaj Janak, and then he saw Parshuram when he gave this Dhanusha, then they both saw this Mother Sita was playing with this. But that's the glory of Mother Sita. She was, even as a little child, she was very powerful because she was not from this world actually. She was from spiritual world. She appeared from Mother Earth. So eventually, when she was grown up and she was ready to get married, so in Kshatriya families, as a princess, those days they used to have something called Swayamvara. Swayamvara means her father or the princess herself, they will put certain condition that will be fulfilled by one of the kings or a prince, and then whoever fulfills that condition, then that girl will be married to that particular prince. So King Janaka, he invited many kings then, and he arranged a Swayamvar for Mother Sita. So the Swayamvar, the condition was that same bow, Shiva Dhanusha, which was lifted by Mother Sita in her childhood, he put that in the arena, and then he said that whoever can lift that and string it, उस पे प्रत्यंचा चढ़ाना बोलते हैं हम हिंदी में. So when string it, that person can, Sita will marry to that person. And Mother Sita was so beautiful. She's Sakshat Lakshmi, Lakshmi Devi. So she's so beautiful that her glories, her fame was spread all over the world. So many kings, many princes, they come from different parts of the world. And they all tried to lift that Shiv Dhanusha, but nobody could even lift that. One of the kings was also the 10-headed Ravana, who he came from Lanka. But even he was so powerful, but even he could not even move that Shiv Dhanush. So at that time, Vishwamitra Muni was traveling with Lord Lakshman and Lord Ramchandra. They were young boys. And then he also came to the same Swayamvar arena with Lakshman and Lord Ramchandra. So he then pointed Lord Ramchandra that you get up and lift the Shiv Dhanusha or the bow. So Lord Ramchandra took his permission, offered obeisances to him, and then went and offered obeisances to the Shiv Dhanusha. And just like anybody can lift a small flower, he just touched the Shiv Dhanusha and lifted it. So everybody said, wow. And King Janak and Mother Sita were very happy. And then when he was trying to string that Shiv Dhanusha, it broke in the middle. And it is said that the sound was so tumultuous that the whole universe kind of shook. And after that, seeing this, Mother Sita was very happy, and then she accepted Lord Ramchandra as her husband. And then Maharaj Janak invited Maharaj Dashrath with all her brothers, and then all of them they got married together. So, as we are talking only about the pastimes of Mother Sita, fast forward a little bit. When Mother Sita and Lord Ramchandra and everybody was living happily in Ayodhya, everybody was happy, and eventually Maharaj Dashrath, he was growing old, so he decided to coronate Lord Ramchandra as king of Ayodhya, and he made that public. Everybody was very happy. They started celebrations, and then every whole Ayodhya was decorated. Lord Ramchandra was getting ready for coronation. Mother Sita was getting to be ready for coronated as queen of Ayodhya. And then we know the story when Mother Kaikai, she eventually was not very happy with this decision, and she asked couple of boons to Maharaj Dashrath. One of them was that her son Bharat will be coronated as king of Ayodhya. He will be declared as king of Ayodhya instead of Ram. And the other was that Lord Ramchandra will be sent to forest in exile for 14 years. And by hearing this, Maharaj Dashrath was devastated. These words entered into his ears like a hot, burning thing. And then they invited Lord Ramchandra and they gave this message to Lord Ramchandra. And Lord Ramchandra just accepted this very happily. But then when Lord Ramchandra went to Mother Sita to convey this same message, when Sita was very happily ready to be, she was very prepared and she was getting ready for the coronation ceremony to be coronated as a queen of Lord Ramchandra. Lord Ramchandra came and he quietly told her this that, oh, we are not going to get coronated, so I am not going to be king, and I have to go to forest for next 14 years. So Mother Sita was very sad, not because Lord Ramchandra is not becoming king, but because he is going to go to forest. And without any delay, she immediately said, wherever you are going, I am going with you. I cannot be separated from you. I cannot live separate. So Lord Ramchandra tried to convince her that the life in forest will be not as opulent or as easy as you live here. And you are a princess. You are not used to this. So this will be very difficult for you. That conversation actually in Ramayana is very beautiful. So the Mother Sita says that what can be so pleasurable to me other than being in your arms? What can be so protective me than your strong arms? Here, even if I live in a very opulent way, but it will not, it will be the most sad, most disturbing thing for me if I'm separated from you. So it doesn't matter how life will be in the forest. If I'm with you, that's what I want. And I will, without fail, go with you. And immediately she took out all her ornaments and all her opulent paraphernalia and put on the simple dress, and everything she had was donated. And eventually, then Mother Sita and Lord Ramchandra went to forest. So Mother Sita, not a single time, ever complained to Lord Ramchandra that she was unhappy in the forest life, or she was not happy that she was not getting any convenience or any sukh or happiness in the forest. Everything she, even in that life, Mother Sita served Lord Ramchandra as a duty of a devoted wife. And she dedicated everything. Wherever they went, she lived in a very austere life in a small hut. And everything that they just got from the forest, some fruits, berries, or roots, whatever they ate, she was happy with that. But she was happy that she was with Lord Ramchandra. And of course, Lord Lakshman was with them. Eventually, fast forward, when Ravana came to kidnap Mother Sita, and I'm not going to narrate the whole story, but when Lord Ramchandra went after the deer, golden deer, and Mother Sita, when Ramchandra did not come, and the Marich, who was the demon who was killed, who was in the form of a deer, who was killed by Lord Ram, and then he shouted very loudly in the same voice as Lord Ram, "Oh Lakshmana, hey Sita, please save me." So Mother Sita got afraid, and then she sent Lord Lakshman also to protect him. That time when Ravana came to take Sita, so that conversation between Sita and Ravana is also very beautiful actually. So Ravana tried to give so many allurements to Mother Sita, that why are you living such a beggar's life here in the forest? You are a princess. You come with me. You will live a very opulent life, and I'll give you everything that you need. I'll keep you as a my queen, and then I'll give you everything. So that time, what Mother Sita tells him is very nice. She says the same thing, that I don't care what can you give me, because Lord Ramchandra is the Lord himself. He can give me all the opulences, but I am happy just being with him. And you cannot even be compared with Lord Ramchandra, because he's the protector of the world. He's the protector of the whole thing. He's the creator of the world. He can destroy you like anything. You are so insignificant creature in front of him. So, so this conversation, and this actually, there is a, when she's talking to him, she picks up a small blade of grass and keeping that between the two of them. So that blade of grass is basically to show him that he is like a blade of grass in front of Lord Ramchandra, complete surrender, as well as for women that time when they are talking to anyone other than husband, they should have a protection between them as a curtain. And because that time there was no curtain, so that was a representation that she was holding a curtain between them. So that, and with that she was not looking at him and then talking to him. So that is very significant actually. But then eventually he abducted her, and then Lord Ramchandra rescued her. And then at that time also, whenever Lord uh, the demon Ravan, he tried to persuade her many times. He tortured her. He told her that uh, Lord Ram is already dead. He's already gone and everything. So he tried to persuade her with many different things, but she knew that Lord Ramchandra will come. And eventually, when Hanumanji came to find Mother Sita, and he appeared in front of her. So Hanumanji offered her that I can take you to Lord Ramchandra immediately. But she denied that offer, saying that she cannot touch any other man other than Lord Ramchandra, as well as she wants Lord Ramchandra to rescue her and kill that demon Ravana. So Hanumanji accepted that and then he went back. And then when eventually Lord Ramchandra killed the whole army, or actually the whole family dynasty, all everybody from Ramchandra, Lord uh, demon Ravana, when Hanumanji came to get Sita back, and they got Sita back from the that Ashoka Vatika or Ashoka One. So Hanumanji asked her, that shows her compassion, that Hanumanji asked her that all these guards who were protecting or who were torturing you for past several days or several months, that Hanumanji offered that, oh, he wanted to kill everybody, that should give pleasure to Mother Sita. So Mother Sita said that he doesn't want to kill them because they were not actually doing anything to her. They were just following the orders. They were doing their duty. They were just following the order of Ravana. And there is nothing wrong on their side for this. So that shows her compassion for every living entity. And then she went through the Agni Pariksha after that, where Lord Ramchandra wanted to take her back from Agni. And then when they were returning from Lanka to Ayodhya, on the way back also, that shows one of her qualities, that she wanted to show her compassion to others. So she, on her way, she asked Lord Ramchandra to get the wives of all the monkeys to Ayodhya also. So they made a stop in on between from Sri Lanka to Ayodhya, and they got all the wives of monkey soldiers together so that they can also accompany them with in Ayodhya. And then they came to Ayodhya. So this shows Sita's love for everyone else and her compassion for others as Lord Ramchandra's wife, as Lord Ramchandra's consort. And she, even though from logical perspective or material perspective, she may not have deserved so many things, but the pastimes that Lord performs here, they are called achintya. They are beyond our logic and conception or our less intelligent. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what does he say? Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvata tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mamedi sorjana. So whenever and whenever he comes to this earth and performs his pastimes, those pastimes are divya. They are beyond the conception of material rules and regulations. So, and same thing is though about Lord Ramchandra's pastimes. So he, even though he came and taught us many lessons how to live a perfect life as a Maryada Purushottam, there are many pastimes, they are beyond our conception, and we should not try to fit them according to our logic and our understanding. So eventually, Mother Sita, she disappeared from this earth when she was sent to, or Lord Ramchandra abandoned her based on the what people will say, because for him Raj Dharma was higher than his family dharma. So he had to abandon her once again, and then she left him the kingdom and went to Maharaj Valmiki's ashram, where she gave birth to two children. When she was pregnant, when she left, but she gave birth to two children, Love and Kush. And once they were growing, afterwards, when it was time to disappear, she disappeared in Mother Earth. But when she offered those prayers, there is very beautiful verse that Sripad Madhvacharya in his Mahabharat Tatparya Nirnaya, he writes that We may think that she separated when she left this planet. She separated from Mother Earth. She separated from Lord Ramchandra. But he writes that Pravishya Bhume Sadevi Loke Drishyanuta Saratah Reme Rame Vane Yukta Bhaskarena Prabhayatha. That Pravishya Bhume Sadevi, that Mother Sita, she entered in Mother Earth when she disappeared from, she finished her pastime here on Mother Earth and she left this Mother Earth. She finished her pastimes on her disappearance. So she came from Bhumi and she again entered in the Bhumi, Mother Earth. But even though supposedly for us, from our perspective, from Loke Drishyanta Sarataha, from Loka's perspective, she entered Mother Earth and she disappeared from here. But Reme Rame Navi Yuktaha, she is always engaged in service and she is always associated with Lord Ramchandra. She is never ever separated from Lord Ramchandra. Just like Bhaskarena Prabhayatha, the same example. Just like Bhaskara means what? Sun, and Prabha is sun rays. So just like sun rays can never be separated from sun, in the same way, Mother Sita will never be separated from Lord Ramchandra. She is always there with him. But this is just the pastime that they perform to show us certain examples. And Lord Ramchandra eventually, after Mother Sita left, he ruled. He never married because he followed the Ekpatni Vrata. He never married again. And then he made a statue of, golden statue of Mother Sita, and that used to always sit next to him for the purpose of all the Vedic rituals that needed to be performed with his consort. So he performed those rituals with the golden statue of Mother Sita. And then eventually, when his pastime on this earth was came to end, he also left this planet and finished his pastime. So, so these are some pastimes and glories of Mother Sita. So I think we have some time. It's about 10 minutes. So I'll quickly glorify Mother Jahnavi. I'll just give some information of Mother Jahnava Devi. She is a consort of Nityananda Prabhu. So she actually, Nityananda Prabhu married to Jahnava Devi and her sister uh, Vasudha on instructions of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya requested him to marry these two sisters, Jahnava Devi and Vasudha, and he put his proposal in association of all the other Vaishnava devotees, Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Sridhar, everybody else. And then because of their happiness, Lord Nityananda accepted the offer and then he married to both Vasudha and Jahnava Devi. Mother Vasudha eventually passed away early, but Jahnava Devi served Nityananda and this Vaishnava uh, devotees for a long time. She is actually one of the foremost or older previous acharyas. She's accepted as one of the acharyas in the Vaishnava culture. Uh, there is also a festival named Kheturi Fest that Narottam Das Thakur started, that she also inaugurated and she celebrated. And then there is one pastime that there were some dacoits. They wanted to kill Jahnava Devi. They were the devotees of Mother Durga or Chandi. And they wanted, for some reason, they thought that Jahnava Devi was creating nuisance in their promotion of their type of rituals. So they were thinking of killing her, Jahnava Devi. But Mother Durga came in their dream and they said, "You cannot kill because she is my worshipable deity, Jahnava Devi, because she is none other than Ananga Manjari. She is incarnation of Radha-Rani's younger sister. So she is Ananga Manjari, and she is the one who also uh, worshipped along with Radha Gopinath temple in the Vrindavan Dham. And her disappearance is actually mentioned that in Vrindavan Dham, she entered in the deity of Ananga Manjari in Radha Gopinath temple. So that's how she entered and disappeared there in Vrindavan Dham. So that's a little bit information that I have about Janava Devi. So I'll stop here and we can take some reflections, some glorifications of Mother Sita and Janava Devi. Or if there are any questions, I'll try to answer those to the best of my ability. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Prabhuji, we have other mic. Just make sure it is working, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Firstly, it was a really nice surprise that we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam today instead of Bhagavad Gita. And thank you for glorifying Mother Sita. I believe that there was a lot of glorifications about Sri Ramchandra, but not about Mother Sita. So thank you for taking care of that. My question is with regard to, as we say that Lord Ram was Maryada Purushottam, he came and he acted as if he were a human being, and then he was teaching us to how to act in certain situations. But then on one hand, when we say that, oh, he's different from Krishna because Krishna is Leela Purushottam and his Leelas are inconceivable. But on the other hand, you have Sri Ramchandra, who is acting as a human and that we can get practical learning from him. Then why do we at the same time for some Leelas of Ramchandra, we say that, oh, they are inconceivable and we cannot as to why they were performed. And the shloka that you mentioned, Janma Karma Cha Vedavya. So my question is, why do we have, like, why do we say that we can learn practical things from Ramchandra when there are certain leelas that we cannot perceive? Or are we just taking selective leelas and then are we saying that, oh, you can follow these but not this? So I cannot.
Thank you. Thank you for that good question. So I'll just repeat the question. So Kamya Mataji's question is, Lord Ramchandra came here to show us what a perfect human being should be. And then at the same time, we also differentiate because like Krishna's Leela are Divya or transcendental. Lord Ramchandra also, we say that some of these his Leelas are beyond our conception or achintya for us. So thank you, Mataji. So Lord Ramchandra, even though when he comes to show us example, he's still Lord. He's still Supreme Personality of Godhead. And there are lessons that we learn, and many lessons actually, most of all of the lessons actually are for us. But there are certain things like killing of Ravana, then just floating off the stones on the ocean, or those things, he has to show that he is still the Lord. There are many things because even though he comes here to teach us lesson how to act, he is still the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that factor we cannot take away. And and that is same not only in case of his appearance as Lord Ramchandra, his appearance as Krishna also. He comes, he performs certain Leela which are inconceivable, many of them, but certain things he teaches us, going to Sandipani Muni for taking education and accepting Guru, as that we should accept a Guru. So he teaches us those lessons also, that it doesn't matter even if he's a Supreme Personality of Godhead and he can perform certain activities which cannot be performed by a human being, common human being, but he teaches the lesson. It is just like when a teacher comes to class and he teaches us certain things, at certain times he has to be take a teacher's role and punish the student. Not always, but certain things he has to teach in that way. So there is no difference in that thing. And that's how Lord Ramchandra's case also. There are very few occasions when we can say that he performs certain leelas which are beyond our conception, but those are still leelas that only Lord, when he comes in, no matter in what form, he performs. So I don't know if that satisfies to some degree.
I have a follow-up question. So, our Vedic scriptures say that husband is the shelter and the wife is shelter.
Mhm.
Even when the wife can scold the husband cannot scold the wife. So
Mhm.
the scriptures are that strict. So how can we ascertain whether Raj Dharma is above Patni Dharma or that family Dharma? Because Mother Sita representing Jivatma, who is completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord, and she has literally abandoned everything, all the opulences offered by Ravana, all of the allurements of the world. She gave up her opulent lifestyle as a princess or to be queen, just to be with the Lord Himself. So Sita representing all of the living entities when they are surrendered fully, completely uncontaminated unto the lotus feet of the Lord. And then when that shelter, that supreme Lord abandons that Jivatma or living entity, what's our hope?
Very nice question. So again, the question is that Sita, Mother Sita, represents a Jiva who completely took shelter of Lord Ramchandra with no other shelter than him, and still, for certain other dharma, he has to abandon her or he has to give her away. Thank you. So there are in the Vedic scripture, and as this is going back to because Lord Ramchandra came here to show us examples how to behave or how to be a great human being in all the roles. So there are hierarchies of dharma given in the scriptures. So it is said that for a king, there are different. Let's go to first different cities. So it is said that when the whole village can be protected, but one family has to sacrifice for the whole village, that family can be sacrificed for the protection of whole village. If you go beyond, if the whole country has to be protected for from a king's perspective, and if one town or village needs to be sacrificed for the sake of the whole country, then the king has to make a decision that yes, we should be ready to sacrifice that small. And for a king, his highest duty is towards his praja, because when he takes up that role of a king, then for him, if he has to sacrifice a member of his family so that the whole praja can be protected or can be given a lesson, then he has to give up that family member. So this is the dharma, that hierarchy is given. And Lord Ramchandra is teaching nothing but it's the same thing for him. And that's why he, being a perfect king also, he showed this by example. That for him, being a king, for him it was not very easy to give up Sita for him, because she was his life and soul. And he knew that she was dedicated to him, she was completely surrendered soul to him. So for him, his perspective, he has to show that example. From Sita's perspective, a soul completely surrendered to Krishna or Lord never expects anything in return from Lord. Ashlishava padaratam pinashtumam adarashanan parmahatam karodu. Yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampatu mat prananathastu saivana. So from Sita's perspective also, she had no complaint, because he knew where Lord Ramchandra is coming from. And for her also, still he was her Nath. He was her everything. I hope that helps a little bit. Thank you. Yes, any other thoughts or questions? Any reflections? Prabhuji, you want to add anything? Ramayana. Okay, so we are a little bit over time now. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananta koti vaishnavebhyo.